High School head coach Russell Lucas. Coach, if you'll introduce your two student athletes.
Austin Zano, a senior, played defensive end, tight end for us. Ethan Byerly, offensive lineman, defensive end.
Questions from the floor.
Coach, every key to winning this game was met today except for one turnover.
Yeah, it just killed us. Kids played so hard. And, you just can't do that against a team like that that's that explosive. Our defense really played well to hold them to that. I thought if we'd have held them to that, we'd have had a chance to win. And we did, but the turnovers really cost us.
Coach, what adjustments did you make to have the defensive second half that y'all did?
Maybe alignment a little bit. We might have changed our alignment a little bit. We didn't change the scheme or anything. Maybe angles that we were having kids attack a little bit different, but not much of anything. Our kids were there in the first half. We just weren't making tackles. So not a lot of adjustment at halftime as far as scheme goes.
Coach, what does this mean for the program?
I've said this all week. I wish people could see what this run of games has done for our community. I wish they could see it from my perspective. To watch grown people come up to me after the game that hadn't had a kid in school in 20 years, tears streaming down their face, telling me how much that meant to me, thanking me, loving on these boys. The lady that greeted me at the bus at 1:30 in the morning after we beat Stratford, her son graduated in 2009. She hadn't had a kid in our program in 10 years. Just tears streaming down her face, and not everybody can see that emotion that's brought out in our community from this team, and I'm just super proud of them.
That's what Austin, can you talk about what's it like in your career at this stage?
No, I'm just happy to make it this far. I had a great season, and just one of the best ways you can go out.
And what did that senior class mean to you guys? Coach Lucas, he can answer that.
I say it all the time, and I don't mean disrespect to our kids, but that group of kids has been a group that, as they've come through the ranks, teachers have said, yeah, well, wait till you get this group. I mean, this group has been a challenge. We weren't sure we were going to be able to mold them into a team, but I'm telling you, this group of seniors has matured and grown up. They've led this team unbelievably. I am super proud of them. They're going to be some fine men.
Coach, you wanted to talk earlier in the week about kind of wanting this one to be decided between the lines, not external factors with the first time out here and those sorts of things. Y'all got off to such a good start.
Yeah.
Obviously, y'all took care of that.
I thought our kids handled that really well. If you guys have been following us, you've seen the maturing process and how confident our team has been leading up to this game. And I had several of them tell me in pregame we met under the goalpost before we break it out and come back in. That just told me I'm not any more nervous than I was last week. And I think they felt like they should have been, but they weren't, because I thought that we managed that well. I thought our coaches did a good job getting them here last night, letting them see the field, take their pictures, do all that. We came out this morning, kind of had a Hoosiers moment, measured the field, kind of stood in the middle and took some more pictures. And then, got out there, and I thought they were looking straight ahead. When you look, if you don't look up, it looks just like our field except for the turf.
Austin, one press box observer described this game as a heavyweight championship. The guys going toe-to-toe. Did you feel that way to you?
Yes, sir, definitely. They have a strong front. They're all really good athletes, and they just outplayed us a little bit.
Coach, on the topic of turnovers, obviously, it felt like y'all had some momentum on that drive where you're starting to get down there with a chance to cut it to one score and then have the one on first down. How tough was that? That was kind of a turning point there.
Yeah, when we had the ball down by the goal line and bobbled snap. Yeah, I felt like we'd have scored there. We still had enough time that we could have kind of stayed in our game plan, still had some timeouts left, and might have been able to manage it a little better than we did. That was pretty huge.
Coach, was there anything about Mark that surprised you?
No, I mean, we knew coming in that they were going to be very physical, and the big running back was going to be a load to tackle. We missed him early in the game and gave up a big long run. We had said that we could allow one of those. That we knew they might get one on us, but we couldn't give up 2, 3, 4. Wouldn't be able to recover from that. And so I thought for the most part our kids played really hard and had a chance. In the end, that's all you can ask for. But they were pretty much going to do what they do, and they didn't really stray from that very much.
Coach, certainly you can't hang your head over the season. I mean, you make it to the state for the first time in school history. Just talk about what the season's meant to you and what you'll look back on as you move forward.
I told the guys in the dressing room before the game, they're going to have a lot of big moments in their life, and this is one of them. 20 years from now, we're going to get together, and we'll still talk about today. But I also hope we're going to get to talk about some other big days in their lives coming up. So just proud of them. And like I said, it means so much for our little community to be able to accomplish this. And you know, you could see how many people were here. There were probably twice as many people on our side wearing green than actually live in Hamlin.
For Ethan and Austin, these type of games are a chance to kind of tell a statewide audience about what your community and what your team is all about. What do you think y'all kind of told those schools?
I think we've been doubted all year, and we've just had to fight through that. And I think we showed today that we're a top team in the state, and that doubt just helped us, just drove us.
Coach, I think you said this was, you talked about the senior class. I think you said this is your first group to see them from first grade all the way to now. What's the journey been like?
Well, it's always nice when you get to watch a group of kids grow up. You know, that doesn't always happen in the coaching profession. I do think that that's some of why we've had the success we've had, you know, the stability and me being there the length of time I've been there. So you know these kids, they know me. By the time they get to be Austin's age, he's almost like one of my kids. I treat him like one of mine. I'm gonna wear him out when he needs to be worn out. I'm gonna hug his neck when he needs that. And sometimes it's hard to tell which one he needs the most at the moment. So I usually resort to wearing him out. I'm gonna have to be careful now. He's a grown man. He might decide to whoop me now.
Austin, it did seem like you guys, you came out of the tunnel, looked determined. You guys didn't look in awe of the situation. What was it that you guys felt comfortable at the beginning?
We always just like to talk to each other and keep each other humbled and just make sure we're got our game plan in our head.
Coach, I mean, it looks like you have more than like 40 players on your roster. What % of the boys in your school are in your football program?
Probably about 80. We turned in 96 in their current alignment that we're in. We had 96 boys. We had 44 suited up today. You know, we're a little heavy on the boys' side right now. There's probably 60 boys in school maybe. So pretty high percentage. And we don't have a single kid like in off-season basketball or anything. If our kids are in the program, they play, and most of them are going to turn around and go play basketball. And, you know, in a little town like ours, if we're going to be good, they're going to have to do it all. You know, they're also in the one-act play and the National Honor Society and the showing pigs and all that kind of stuff too.
How do you get that level of engagement from a class?
Well, I think it's expectation. You know, I think we set an expectation that that's what we want to do. We want, and you know, success helps that. You know, people want to be involved with the winner, and we've been very fortunate to be able to be successful, and so people want to associate with that, and so we encourage those kids when they're little. Some of them, it takes some of them a year or two to figure out my personality, you know, that I am going to wear them out. But once they figure out that I'm doing it because I care about them and I know they can be better than what they are, they come around.
Coach, this is the farthest anyone's ever gone in the playoffs this year, and obviously you lose a pretty good senior class this year. What does the immediate future look like for the Pied Pipers?
Well, you know, out of our skill players, we had 3 of the 6 were seniors. We have some, that junior class is large. I mean, we have about, there's like 16 juniors on the roster, and those guys can all play. And so we're obviously going to have some holes to fill. I mean, you know, this guy and Javon, some of our linemen are really talented, and so we're going to have some holes to fill. But one of the great things is that some of those guys that are out on that field this year, if you'd have told me 2 years ago they were going to be starting in a state championship, we were going to be playing a state championship game with them as a starter, I might have called you a liar, because they weren't very good football players yet. But am I lying? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm speaking the truth here. You know, some of those guys just, you just got to trust the process that they're going to get in off season, they're going to work, we're going to run track, we're going to work hard. Tough people do tough things, and they grow up. And every year we've always had kids that just kind of come out of nowhere, and everybody goes, wow, I didn't realize he was really a football player. And we have a guy that did a video for us and showed some pictures of these guys when they were in about the 6th grade. And we had a pretty good laugh last night watching some of these little chubby-cheeked 6th and 7th graders walking around. There's a bunch of them that didn't look like football players at that point. So we just trust the process. We're gonna work them hard and just hope that it's going to be next man up.
When it comes to defending Mark's running back number 10, was there anything that specifically you tried to do to take him away, and why was he kind of able to sell the big plays?
Well, he has a good big night because he's really good. That's the main reason he had a big night. You you know, our goal was, what we told our kids is you gotta keep him going sideways. You gotta make him change directions, or you gotta grab a hold and slow him down. One-on-one matchups with him are not good for anybody on our team, even our best guys. Austin might can tackle him one-on-one, but the other 10 guys that's not a good matchup for them. And so you either gotta make him change directions, or you gotta grab a hold of something to slow him down because our guys know, if I grab a hold of something, my 10 buddies, they're getting here as fast as they can. So that's what we preach, that's what we talk, and we did it a lot, just not enough.
2 more questions.
Ethan, you're part of that group that's coming back. Just what did this playoff run do, for y'all going forward?
It instilled a lot of confidence in the guys, and I'm really excited for next year and what we have coming back. And I'm excited to see what guys who didn't play tonight, what they grow into next year, because they will.
Coach, can you talk about Mark's defense? It started becoming a factor second quarter run.
Yeah, they're so good up front. You know, we had a hard time with our down the field passing game because we had a hard time protecting the quarterback. You know, that's something we felt like we could hurt them with because nobody's been able to do it or has tried to do it very much. And obviously there's a reason why, because they can put so much pressure on the quarterback. And so that's big. And then they're so fast. I mean, sometimes we felt like we might have them out of position to be able to hit a screen or our back out of the backfield or something. They can recover really quickly. So their team speed is impressive.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. They would mix him up. His head was in it.
Please make sure to sign.
Please make sure to silence your cell phones.
Yeah. It is. And we're in a